Alright guys, for this dial-in video, I'm going to show you how to recreate a Day to Remember guitar tone. And this is kind of more of their older stuff from the Homesick album. What you want to do is first open up whatever software you're using for amp sims. I'm using Bias Effects, of course. You can use Pod Farm, whatever you want. The idea is basically the same. Most of the software comes with similar amps anyways, and they're all based off of the same amps. Some are higher quality than others, but whatever. Okay, to start off, you want to get an amp. And I'm just going to double click to open up the menu with all the amps here. And once that comes up, you want to search for an amp that's based off of an orange amp. In Bias Effects, it's called the British Rock 50. That's the only one I have right now because I haven't unlocked all of them. There's another one here. I don't know what the difference is, but this is a good one here. So use that. It's based off of an orange amp, which is what A Day to Remember actually used. And for the basic settings on the amp itself, for the gain, I found that if you go to 7.5, for the bass, go up to 7, and for the middle frequencies, go up to 7, and same with the treble, up to 7, and set the presence at about 4, and you can set the master wherever you want depending on how you're trying to record. And next we're going to change the cabs. You can change that right here in Bias Effects. You can do it also in Pod Farm, and I'm sure other software too. The one I found that works best for this kind of tone, for A Day to Remember, is one that's based off of an orange cab, which is this one, the 4x12 OR V30s. Click on that, and you want to use the SM57 microphone and set the mic placement right about here is where I have it. It's kind of far away from the speaker a little bit and a little bit off to the right in there somewhere. All right, and the next thing you want to do is get a drive pedal. So go to Add Effects, and we're going to use this pedal here, which is based off of the Ibanez TS9. Drag that out before the amp. And the settings you want to use for this one, set the drive to right around 2 o'clock here, which comes out to be like 7.5. And for the tone, just turn it all the way up. I kind of messed around with it a little bit, and for this tone, it sounds the best, just kind of maxed out. And then just boost the level up. I'll put it around like 1 o'clock, which is like 6 on this pedal. All right, the next thing I did was add a boost pedal, so we'll add another effect, go into boost, and I use this one here. I put this one after the drive pedal. And I didn't really change the settings too much here. I just turned up the volume to about 7, and I turned the gain up just a little bit, up to about 5.5, 5.5. All right, and like most high gain tones, you want to add a gate also to just keep the noise down a little bit. Just throw that in there. All right, and the final thing you want to do is to add an EQ. And again, we'll just go with the 10-band EQ. And the settings for this EQ are set up like this. Kind of boosted in the low mids here. I took out some of the mids, boosted the high mids, and took out some of the uppers, the upper frequencies here. All right, and here's what it kind of sounds like for rhythm stuff. All right, and here's another little sample. And this tone also works very well for playing lead stuff off of their albums. Like all you would have to do for this, just add a little, like we did with the other video, just add some reverb. Not very much though, and then some delay. And you can just turn these down a little bit. You don't add very much of it, just to kind of give it a better lead tone. And so with those extra effects added, let's hear what this lead would sound like. All right, and there's a basic way to kind of get a tone that sounds like A Day to Remember. If you want to see me do this for any other bands, just leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.